yeah, I kind of disappeared into another dimension. Like I found a time machine out in the desert, and it actually just took me into another dimension of like pure color and light. Just to feel a bit more comfortable, I like to get my mate Tom from Optic Soup to come around and project colors onto me. Yeah, that's my time machine. That again, I'm building with my friend Tom, and it's based on the principle of phase cancellation, which you know about phase cancellation, right?
Yeah.
You're an audio engineer, so you know. The idea with phase cancellation is if you take a sine wave and then the exact opposite sine wave, then they kind of cancel out. Based on that principle and the idea that you're a vibration, you know, essentially you're just a bunch of kind of molecules and kind of atoms vibrating really, really fast. If I can create the exact opposite vibration to you, then I can cancel you out of existence. And then at a point in the future, I can stop that vibration, bringing you back into existence exactly as you were when you left, you know, and hence you will travel through time. When I perform, that's essentially when I'm kind of firing up the time machine, because I've got as complicated a waveform as possible using sound and light to make these really complicated vibrations. And so if you come to one of my gigs and you have like a kind of micro sleep sort of moment, that's you actually traveling through time. But at best half a second to a second at the moment. But you know, it's real early days, you know, of this time machine technology.
That's completely insane.
Well, look, I mean, you know, I think it is, but the theory of sound, it just is going to require an incredibly complicated synthesizer, essentially, to create the waveform that's as complex as a human. The album's called Traditional Late Night Drinking. It's going to come out later in the year, around about October. Just about to put out the next single, you know, it's called Infinity 1003, and yeah, pretty excited by this music from another dimension. Lots of stuff that was just done by instinct, you know. I mean, it is almost like transcendental record in that sense, because I kind of created it by just existing in another dimension. Everything is kind of instantaneous, and everything is really improvised, and with that depth to it of coming from the collective consciousness. Basically the knowledge that the human race is evolving into robots, which I think I'm not alone in kind of believing that, and you kind of look at the way technology is kind of going. We're not far away from the collective consciousness actually becoming the internet, and then once that happens, then the next step is we do actually just evolve into robots. So there is a small group of robots called traditionalists who are interested in doing human things, like singing karaoke, like having dinner parties, going on picnics, having barbecues. That's essentially the idea with the record, and that's why it's called Traditional Late Night Drinking. It's an album of party music written for these robots from the future, you know, who wish they were humans from the past. This was something I actually did for the previous album. I invented an album format where you pay with time and not money, where I had like this cube of video and images that was the album artwork, and so if you listen to the whole thing from start to finish, at the end you got to download. And yeah, we're going to do something really similar this time around. It's going to be tweaked a little bit. It will be different, but similar vibe, where you will pay with time and not money for the record. So I guess that's how you know we're in Dulwich Hill. There's like planes going over every like 15 minutes, you know. But you know, I mean, the inner west is good for some things, you know. It's got like good coffee shops and stuff like that, and you know, and I can rock down the street like this and pretty much people don't really care. But yeah, the planes are a pain in the ass.